come.
The nominations coming up next week?
Yeah.
If you're still here.
I doubt it somehow. Why?
Yeah. You don't want to think too much about that right now. Just have a good day.
I am. I'm loving the weather. I'm happy.
My mum would be saying, slap that young man.
Good. If she slaps me, there's no problem. I don't mind if you slap me either.
So that plane...
I think you did well to evade
going
nominations this week, John.
northeast.
Gotta be said.
So where are they going to?
You slipped under the radar.
Antarctica.
I don't think I did. Somehow. I don't think I did slip
No.
under the radar.
They're not going to Antarctica.
well.
Considering though.
When? When you're having an argument?
With Josie, they flung around. You should have heard them. Every camera. When I come out of that diary room, they all went. And then people were just coming around, scooting around.
I gave you a special
Spying.
tissue.
Hey,
I gave you a special tissue.
did you?
Yeah, I handed it to you. I said, this is a special tissue.
I don't really remember much. All I remember is
You,
talking
when
to
you were in the
Corinne.
thing and I needed to go in there and get something, so I gave you a special tissue. They're special because they smell like fairy dust, because my shower gel leaked on them.
I think the difference was I don't know. I wouldn't have definitely been surprised if I was up. That's for sure. But it was sort of just me and Josie. Me and Josie sorted it out, and that was pretty much it. Whereas I think the other arguments were sort of a whole group argument. It wasn't just solved between two people. You actually went out and approached the group as a whole, which I don't think that's the way you should resolve things in here, but it's...
I always miss the arguments,
But
me.
each
I'm
their
always
own,
in the
yeah.
mirror.
I'm always in bed,
because instead of,
including the ones that involve me.
because if you just have an argument with one person, you're only... Yeah, but if you involve everybody, then other people can say, oh, well, this made me feel uncomfortable, I didn't appreciate this, right? But if it's got nothing to do with you, then you can't sort of bring it up because you don't really know what's happening. But I think anybody's just clutching at straws at the moment to, yeah, for reasons. So if you do the slightest thing wrong as far as the groups go, but you definitely can't go around avoiding stuff that... What's the point? There's no point in slipping under the radar. Like sunshine.
Sunshine's had a fair few quabbles, hasn't ya?
Sunshine batted
I'm only-
people off last week.
Yeah, she has.
Oh, thank you. It's just 'cause it's food that I like.
I love some spicy chicken wings right now.
I love marmalade.
I'd like a fried egg and cream cheese on toast.
No. I would like a Zinatao burger. With mayonnaise and large fries, go large.
like-
And a crush 'em.
A bowl of soup.
What?
Bowl of soup with crusty roll and butter.
Well,
Like potato and leek or something.
there is soup.
Yeah, but I don't.
Yeah.
And you could toast the bread and make it crusty. What I want, I can't actually do.
I like to go out for some dim sum.
Yeah. I'd like a
Karen doesn't
macaroni.
eat anything. Karen.
Corinne, she really doesn't eat much, does she?
She can't poo.
But it's to watch her weight. Would they not keep an eye on that? Because, like,
No,
Surely
it's your
that's-
prerogative for how much you want to eat. On the outside world, she doesn't eat much because she wants to.
I find it a little bit, you know, like hypocritical to say, oh, no, they shouldn't be allowed here.
Do you know, I've absolutely no problem with immigration in the slightest, as long as you can bring something to the table. If you're just coming here expecting a free house, free living and stuff, then that's what I don't agree with. But if you actually want to go to a country and think, right, like in the 50s and 60s, when they had a large percentage of, you know, Indian families coming over, you know, they came over to work, they set up their shops.
Yeah, but that's because they were needed then.
Yeah.
Same with the West Indians. That was when the English didn't want to do certain jobs like mining and nursing. You know, no, they didn't want to do that, so they got all of them to do that. And in fact, that is why, in some respects, I do kind of agree with some people who are who aren't necessarily as tolerant with the refugee thing, because there was a need for it in the economy then, but now it's a case of the economy is being drained by the fact that so many people are coming here. Like when there was an influx of
It's reached its saturation point.
Somalians and stuff. End of the day, I believe that if they if you are from a war-torn country, we should take them in because they
By
need
the grace of God, we could be in a war-torn country.
Exactly, that's the thing. That's the thing.
The knife scraped the bottom of the pot. I don't like that
I
feeling.
hate that. Do you want the rest of that, Iffy?
Are you? I might have some soup in me. I meant.
When I'm hungry. I didn't eat any of that. I ate a bit.
Of what?
The curry.
Went there, met a nice woman, had my own room, had access to the kitchen, really close. I think it was about £125 a week. So my mum helped me pay for it, but then I made sure that I thought, well, if I'm working here, I live here, my college is here, I don't actually have to leave. So I never put money aside for a train, like tube cards. And then if I ever had an audition which wasn't in Covent Garden, I literally had to walk or scrape together money for the bus. So that didn't work out right. And I remember going to buy some toilet roll or toothpaste, and it was like £3.50, and I was like, what am I doing here? Because you know that little shop down here? You know Drury's Lane here, yeah? And then you've got Starbucks here. And you know if you cross the road and there's a shop there? That shop was like my local college shop. And
Mate, you shouldn't be buying things like toothpaste from those kind of
But at the
shops.
time, you know there's a Sainsbury's. There was a Sainsbury's down Tavistock Street.
No.
Like, go through...
No, you're just feeding your dog.
Okay, I'm ignorant when it comes to dog food. I'll research it when I get out. Now, please
Okay, there
be
you are.
quiet.
You've now been educated.
She didn't.
You're gonna have to
Dog
shoot the
food.
dog. Food?
Yeah, she wants to feed her. She wants to kill
I
her.
like having pale skin only because like I like the look of pale skin with my dark eyes and dark hair. This is more the time I've spent in the sun in this house is
Yeah,
more.
you have darkened a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
Tanned, rather.
It's more than I've probably ever been in the sun in the last 2 years. Because normally when I go on holiday with my friends, if we all go to the beach, I will have a massive umbrella and sit under the umbrella while everyone sunbathes. And then the only time I'll actually go in the sun is when we all want to go for a swim in the ocean.
Is that like, but I think maybe like sometimes we're kind of, oh, what's the word? God, my brain's gone to jelly in here. Do you find that sometimes
Yeah.
as well? God, it really makes me mad.
I have acute memory loss in here.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm not going to I don't want to use another word for it because I want that word now.
Describe it.
Oh, that's going to be difficult as well. Oh, it's instant.
Is it to do with a shade of colouring or
It's like, no, you know when something's inbuilt into you?
programmed?
No.
Innate?
Yeah, that would be,
Innate?
no.
Inborn, nature,
Think along more of the lines of programmed.
programmed. Prerequisite? No. Prearranged. Can you remember what it begins with?
I'm just trying to, I think it's something.
So it's not innate, so it's to do with programming. Conditioned.
Conditioned.
Yeah.
Good boy. Like, I think.
You know, it's really nice that there's people in here like yourself that have a vocabulary. That,
You know, sometimes I find myself around, because I have all different types of friends,
Yeah.
but like sometimes I have to find, I don't say dumb myself down because that sounds rude, but you know, like, I have to like adapt to a certain, you know what I mean, like vocabulary to be
Yeah.
able to have like an actual conversation with, like, because that's some of my friends that just aren't interested in certain bits and bobs, you know, and I could be sitting there like, oh, rah, and they're looking at me like, what? You know?
I know exactly. Yeah. Exactly what you mean. And that was one of my biggest fears coming in here, that I wouldn't be able to have any kind of intellectual stimulation with anybody. But there's so much intellectual stimulation on many different levels as well.
But I also think that sometimes vocabulary can be just like a cover. Do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause not like, you can have a vocabulary, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're intelligent.
No,
do you know what I mean?
But what were you saying back to conditioning?
Yeah. I also think as well, like, depending on where you're from, the types of people that you've grown up around, sometimes you're conditioned to a certain preference. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got, like I said, my family are all of all different colours, so as I can appreciate, and I love all different, you know, like all my family that are different tones and different shades and from various places, but because, like, say, my brother, he's a lot darker than me, my dad's very dark, my grandfather's very dark,